Pinky ringing, it cost me a phantom. The witness, the evidence tamper. Dirty money, the safest to hamper. Yeah, my bitch just star and I stamped her. P.E. Jordan 3, this a sample. I don't wanna do it, but I gotta do it. If it's me or you, he got five, a lot of fluid. Gotta wait for the haters, say hallelujah. Be crazy, be the closest to you. It's okay, cause they know that I come to do it. Hold your feel from Virgil, exclusive Louis. I hit a U and get red, and glisten the movies. If you're smoking the door, then I'm tending to it. Watch when I step here, come my belt. Angel on my shoulder, but the devil on the left. I got a meal, not a meal from a shelf. I do it alone, I own myself. Stay home for you, don't get playing dirty here below my belt. I'ma get the bad, do to show myself. I had to show myself. On my plate, I just say my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuff my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way. I filled up the crib with cars, alls with all in all. I'm still having space. Bad at particular taste. We can eat it, I guess. But I'm still stuff in my face. She got a natural rap like a natural do like the she don't like. I was outside of the building, I'm on the spot when they beat it, you gotta have faith. I'm in the meditate, said ever since we lost bro, it ain't really much more I can take. But 10 minutes late, mama told me to pray, I do that cause you know I can play. You felt the feel up for real, we got rise in the back, but you know we ain't coming to play. You be a player in the States, I be a player in the Bravo, the Knicks. Ain't room on my plate, I just say my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got Henry To'oTo'o. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Buccaneers and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Hurts comes out throwing. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, he really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense...
All right, guys, come on.
Guy slipped through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connected. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Let's try it again on second down. He's on the move. He can run it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First and 10, here's Hurts. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Completed here to Uzama. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Hurts on third and long. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Good job, guys.
This is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 2nd and 3 now. Right back to Irving now. Crosses midfield, still going. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Again for the first time to Rashad White. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And it's 3rd down now.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Escapes a defender. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, Hurts escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He's got Smith. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Yaya Diaby brings him down. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. And stop coming from Henry To'o. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
quarterbacks are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Second down. Hurts throwing again. Pulled in by Johnson along the sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out now to his and they take this in for the score. The Eagles stretch their early lead to 9. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This one's taken in by Otten.
Take my 4th and 4.
He'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Baker out of the pistol. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. That's him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Finds his man, it's Godwin. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Baker throwing again. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Mayfield to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throwing for Hurts. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, in baseball, they call tip of the cap. I'll tip my cap at that pitcher. I'll tip my cap at that guy that just out-dueled me. And sometimes it's a QB. Against a rush like that, you just tip your cap when you take the sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Able to find Dotson here. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On third down, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before... He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third down, 1 yard to go. Hurts now from the gun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes, Kate. He gets drilled. And QBs know that feeling. When you're letting it go and you get hit, definitely not the throw he wanted. And by happenstance, the adjusted throw still found a home, and that home was his teammate.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play fake, it's Mayfield. On target to Godwin. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Completes this one to Otten. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running on 2nd with White. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mayfield now from the gun. Got his target. It's Otten. And it's
Take my
good
4th and
yardage,
4.
but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with White. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses. And a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah. Huh?
Hurts looking to throw.
I'm up. I'll get ready in a minute.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, Hurts. Cut by the open man. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Hurts throwing again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Hurts. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That stop coming from Henry To'o.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Eagles in a nice spot, 2nd and inches. Back to throw, Hurts. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Barkley goes the wrong way, and he's going to lose several here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. Hurts to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. And that throw just too high for him. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Baker now. Thurman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
broke through the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Chris Olave with a touchdown reception from Derek Carr. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Bryce Young with a touchdown pass. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate, these 2 teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Baker. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This one's taken in by Otten. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Baker throwing again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw again. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. It is cut left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that.
Come on, guys. Hold the ball.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. White trying this straight ahead. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
From the 18 on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This one's caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
White on 1st and goal. His charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Trying again with White. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
White. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Rachaad White touchdown.
Good job, guys.
Pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
Come on, guys.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts.
Good job, guys.
Gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Up the middle, here goes White. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Going to the ground again on first. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Milton Williams making the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Third and a lone yard coming up. It's White on the give.
Shake my foot this quarter. Come on, guys.
Right at the line. Just short on third down. No gain on the run. And now what will they do on fourth?
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Again, this is White. And they bring him down around the 34.
Good job.
They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Here's White again. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Try the right side with White. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Milton Williams making the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and just 2 to go. Coming left is White. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. He had it for a moment, but a
Hold on to the ball.
Jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield now, blitz coming. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Baker now from the gun. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give now to White. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. White will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get this time before the end of the 3rd. It's a Rashaad White touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And they'll take the lead. McLaughlin has it on the teeth, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who is hurt on the play. So now here's 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it.
Come on, guys.
He's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Finds him over the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, play goes nowhere.
He's trying in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Searches from the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Mayfield now from the gun. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Third down, here's Mayfield. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a 1st down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now here's Mayfield. Got his target. It's Otten. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
He puts some air under this one, deep right. This is caught inside the 15. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Good job.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's White. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. On the ground, it's White. And he
Job, White.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead to 7. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
McLaughlin checks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Smith on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around.
Huh? Yeah, I'm up.
2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. Able to find Dobson here. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Give a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw, Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They kick the running back in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. That one is incomplete.
Good hit, guys. Good hit.
So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That is an old school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a ball.
Good job, guys. Way to grab him.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Hurts to throw. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down.
Let's go, guys.
Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Looking to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
And on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And they continue to trail by 8.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. White trying this straight ahead. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's White. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers leading by 8. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Taken in by Bellinger. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
First and 10, it's a give to White. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll go left side here with White. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Up the middle, here goes White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's it, guys. That's it.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap.
Good job.
Execution, quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for these Buccaneers who take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.